The bar was louder than usual that night, and the air smelled of smoke, leather, and cheap beer. I had only come in to grab a quick drink and call a taxi. But the moment I stepped inside, I felt something was off. A group of rough-looking men were watching me too closely, whispering among themselves. I tried to ignore it, keeping my eyes on my phone, but a cold shiver crawled up my spine when one of them stood and started walking toward me. His expression wasn't friendly. I didn't know what I had done, but something told me it wasn't small. Before I could react, a large shadow stepped between us. A man in a worn leather jacket, patches showing he was a Hell's Angel, walked directly to me. His beard was gray, his hands rough, but his voice was surprisingly soft when he leaned close. "You're in danger," he whispered. "Pretend I'm your dad." I froze, confused, but his stern eyes told me he wasn't joking. He wrapped an arm around my shoulder, not tightly, but firmly enough to show possession, and turned to face the men watching us. His whole posture changed. He stood like a wall, unmovable. "This is my kid," he said loudly. "Back off." The men hesitated. One of them muttered something, but after a long moment, they slowly returned to their seats. That's when my heart finally started beating again. He led me out of the bar and into the cold night air. Only then did he gently take his arm off my shoulder. "You all right?" he asked. I nodded, though my voice was shaky. Why did you help me?" He sighed, looking tired, like he'd seen too much of the world. "Because they weren't looking at you like you were a person. They were looking at you like prey, and I've seen enough bad things in my life to know when to step in before something worse happens." A silence settled between us. He handed me a bottle of water he'd somehow taken from the bar. "My daughter," he said quietly, staring at the ground. "She was about your age. If someone had helped her the night she needed it, maybe things would have been different." My breath caught in my throat. There was pain in his eyes, deep old pain. "I'm sorry," I whispered. He shook his head softly. "Just promise me you'll be more careful. Don't go into places like that alone." I promised. Not because I felt pressured, but because I could feel how much it meant to him. He walked me to a taxi and stayed beside it until the car safely pulled away. I watched him fade into the distance, a lonely figure standing under a flickering streetlight. I never even learned his name. But I knew one thing. He wasn't an angel because of his jacket. He was an angel because he chose in one moment to save someone he didn't even know.